which is my elected hometown and the town I grew up in. And now that we have Sam George as another tax-paying contributor to my efforts, I'll be looking for his contributions on that bill. But that's what it's all about. How do we raise money to raise awareness? And it's great people like you here in the room, the executives from these large corporations, certainly bigger than my mom and pop surf shop, but these are the ones that we reach out to, and they are the ones that contribute in a big way that we could never do on our own. I started from my own, I was on my own, and now look what I've managed to accomplish. A great gathering of people here with one goal, to take care of the water for our kids and future kids. So I really want to thank you all very, very much, the executives and all the ambassadors that are here representing the SIMA. Somebody's probably going to hit me up for a membership soon, no doubt, but I really, yeah, that's back in the peanut gallery. But anyway, I want to thank you very much, and if you're ever in Malibu, please stop by at the surf shop. I can't afford to give all of you a free t-shirt, but I'll certainly share a beer with you or a story. And I want to thank you very much, and I'll end my part of the evening with a surfer salute. Bear with me for a moment. This is something we started back in the 60s when fires were permitted on county beaches, and this is what we did in the evening. Hold on. This is for all the guys back in the 60s and the 70s.
Presenting the 2011 Waterman of the Year Award, please welcome big wave legend Greg Noll.
I asked Sean if there was going to be a podium that I could hide my stomach behind, and he said, sure. Now I get out there at that glass fishbowl with magnifiers. I've been to a lot of surfing events and where they've given awards away, but that whole situation with Georgie and Terry Lopez tonight was the most dramatic, the most bitchin presentation I've ever been to. Terry, you did a really good job, and man, I'm feeling a little shaky here trying to follow up on that. What a great night for big wave surfing. We've had the father of modern day big wave riding here, and I'm here to give the kid that it's probably the greatest big wave rider the world's ever seen. He's taken everything from George Downing's day and built on it and carried it forward to where they're doing all the things that they did then, plus he's taking off on waves now that are just hard to believe. These things are like 5-story monsters. I met Greg a few years back at the Palma Day Billabong XXL. And we saw a few of his waves, just incredible. But the thing that was so amazing about the kid is how humble he was. Soft-spoken, you had to squint to hear him. And he's just so damn humble that it's unusual for big wave riders, because generally speaking, there's a certain amount of ego involved to do it. But this guy seems to be lacking that ego, and he just does the job. You know, I tried to listen to his speech, and the thing I took away from it more than anything else was he said, you know, it's not all about who catches the biggest wave. but it's more the experience that we had with our friends, chasing waves down all over the world and experiencing different cultures. And man, it just knocked me out. I thought to myself, how far surfing big waves has come, you know. I look back at my generation and it was like throwing a bunch of wild rhinos on the water, and they're all running around chasing after the biggest wave they can find, trying to poke their horn up Mother Nature's ass, you know. It was just a completely different mindset, but we're all friends. We all got along good. The next day I went down, I happened to be at my son's shop, Jed, in, where the heck is it? Come on. San Clemente, sorry, God. My brain's diarrhea. Anyway, Greg came in with his parents into the shop, and I got to know a little history on him. It was pretty neat. You know, we found out that they'd been a surfing family since day one. And his mom and dad told me that they named their youngest son after Rusty Miller, who moved to Australia. And they named Greg after some old fart that used to surf Waimea Bay with a pair of black and white trunks. I mean, how proud does that make me? I got one son that makes some of the most beautiful surfboards and they ride well in the world, and I got an extended family member now that rides the biggest waves in the world. So it just doesn't get any better for an old surf dog, you know. The other thing that was really impressive that day is Greg's dad was looking around the shop. Pinch has a gallery in his shop. God, I ought to tell why we call him Pinch is his nickname. I'm going to do it. When he was a kid and he was nursing and he wasn't getting enough milk, he'd pinch his mother's breast. He just loved that story. Just popped out of my mouth. I couldn't help myself. Anyway, Greg's dad saw a painting in there that Ken Oxford had done and fell in love with it. And I'll be damned if he didn't go buy the painting for his dad. And I thought that was the neatest thing I've ever seen. Here's a kid, you know, he's just a young guy, should be chasing broads and, you know, buying fast cars and stuff. And what you do, he goes and buys his dad a painting and spends his wad of dough on a painting for his father. Pretty neat. That's great. I said, Greg, how come you speak so well when you get in front of people? You have this ability to really talk and do such a nice job. And he says, I didn't have any choice. My mother was a school teacher. Well, fortunately, I didn't have that problem, Greg. If we could, Greg's sitting over here with his folks. And I think it'd just be nice to have them both stand up and take a look at the people that were responsible for producing such a great